Hi everybody, it's Claire from Handmade at Hudson's, and today I thought I would show you how to make this card. So this is a card that I created probably last year for a challenge set by my lovely upline Sarah Berry, which was to use silver foil, balmy blue and misty moonlight. Now silver foil isn't currently in the annual catalogue. There is some packets coming up in the July to December catalogue. But obviously it's not coming out till August due to the shipping delays caused by the big C word. And it uses a mask and also the Free as a Bird stamp set. Now, silver foil, you can use any sort of silver mirror card, and I have used Misty Moonlight for the base, and I've got some Whisper White and some black blends and Memento for the birds. So I will show you what you need. So I'm actually going to move this out of the way. So I have got two pieces of card which are for the inside and the outside, and I've got a piece of Misty Moonlight, and I've got my card base. I've got a piece of silver foil which I've cut out. So I've got the sprig. I wanted some different sprigs, and I have, some people call it gutting, some people don't like that term, so I have removed parts of the card that you can't see, and this is 1/2 centimetre or 1/4 inch smaller than this, and this is 1/2 centimetre or 1/4 inch smaller than the silver, so it's a whole centimetre smaller than the Misty Moonlight. Now I'm not actually giving specific timings, specific measurements, so they are below, and they are also on my blog handmadeathudsons.co.uk, along with an ingredients list and pictures if you want to go see them. Okay, so I'm not actually going to do anything to the inside of the card. I'm actually just going to leave it blank. The reason for that is there's no sentiment on this card, and I tend to do that so that I can change it up if necessary. So I've got my piece of Whisper White. I'm going to bring in, or basic white, whatever white card you have. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, and I've got Misty Moonlight and Balmy Blue ink, and then I have got a Stampin' Up brush, and I've got a random brush, she says, I think it's this one. I've got a random brush from my stash which I got off Amazon, and as I said in my last video, love the Stampin' Up brushes, but they are quite large, so I tend to use these if I want to do small spaces or for colours that I don't necessarily tend to use all the time, just some of the time. So what I'm going to do first is take the Balmy Blue, but actually I've just remembered something. I have got a mask which I've made from a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. You could use dies for this. So I use Inky Dinky Doo masking paper, but any masking sort of paper or post-it notes will work, and I'm just going to put this in the corner up here, so I've got a moon, and in fact I might make it a bit bigger. There we go. So I am going to take my Balmy Blue and I'm going to start my blending. So I am simply going to get some ink. I'm going to tap off the excess, otherwise you end up with really harsh lines. I'm going to start coming onto the paper in circles and adding colour. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to speed this up, because you don't want to sit here all evening or all day watching me blending. So it won't be 2 secs. So now I've finished with the Balmy Blue. I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. Now you could start with Balmy Blue paper, but I think it looks better this way. and I'm going to add some more colour. So I'm going to tap off again, sorry, ink up, tap off to get rid of the excess, and then bring it onto my paper in circles. So I'm going to speed this up again. So now that's finished, I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to clean off my hands because I've got ink on them. And I've got a baby wipe here, but I have got a biodegradable baby wipe because I know that they're not good for the environment. So let's take these out. And when I peel this off, you have a moon. So I'm going to do something with that in a second, but I'm going to do some stamping first. So as I said, I am using the Free as a Bird stamp set. And I'm just going to bring in a block, she says, if she can find one. I've been hiding them. And I think I might need a bigger block than that. Do I need a bigger block? Yes. So I've just grabbed my eye block. There we go. And I haven't stamped this for a while. So I'm going to go Memento. Tap and twist. Just going to try it out on here. That looks good. So we're going for this end, twist and tap. Take this out of the way. Put this down. And let's go for those. And there we have a really pretty image. So while it's drying, because I'm about to use blends on there, I am bringing back in my Balmy Blue ink blending brush, and I am just tapping the brush on the moon to give it a bit of texture. So if you now look, my moon has texture. So Memento should be drier now. So I have got my light basic black blending pen, blend even, and I'm just going to go in. So I'm saying it's basic black. Yeah, it is basic black. I had an awful thought then that I was using Native Navy. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to colour everything in black. So what I'm just going to do is to speed this up because you don't want to sit here and watch me colour in the whole of this image. So I'm just going to do it carefully, though it doesn't have to be perfect. And then just build up the colour. So that's me done, and if you want to make it darker, then you can. Now if you see here, you can still see the outline of the bird, etc. if you're up close. On my original, I did make it a bit darker, but you can still see the outline of the bird. So it's up to you how dark you want to make it. If you do want to make it darker, instead of using the light blend, you can use the dark basic black instead. And I'm just going to colour one of the bits in, so you've got a contrast. So if you see there, that one's darker, but it is completely your choice. So from there, you would just make up your card. So I'm going to add this to this piece. So hopefully this is working today. Woo! Yep. So this is just Tombow, or sorry, multi-purpose glue in a, oh, no, it stopped working. Fine tip applicator. And I have lost the pin from the top, so I will have to buy myself another pin. But so that's why it's a bit temperamental today, and I probably should go back to using the Tombow actually itself. And I'm not being very successful with glue today. Just going to move this bit out of the way. Only problem with removing part of your card is that you can end up with sticking it to the wrong place. And the good thing about using Tombow rather than tape is that it gives you a bit of wiggle room. I'm going to do it this way so that I don't move the white part, which is okay. And then I'm just going to add a bit more glue. I'm just going to line that up, and I think that's okay. And then I'm just going to stick that down. Now you could of course make the sky darker if you wanted to, and I've got glue there, so I might just use my glue remover on it later rather than playing, but it seems to be okay. The only problem with foil is not very forgiving when you put your fingerprints all over it. So there you have my original and my second one, and as I said, you use the balmy blue, or you can use the Mr. Moonlight to add a bit more texture, apart from there's a bit too much thing on that. I might end up having to do my balmy blue out. There we go, moon. Went a bit wrong. Anyhow, hope that you have enjoyed this how-to. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. My email is claire@handmade.hudsons.co.uk, and that is also in the information below, along with the items I've used and the measurements. So thank you very much for pressing play. I hope this has inspired you to create a moonlight scene. Of course, I've used the Free as a Bird stamp set, but you could use any stamp set that you have and just colour it in with dark colours. Thank you. Bye.